Welcome to the Let's Grow Annual Challenge, Day 77. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we're going to talk about judgment and spiritual growth. Now, I don't know about you, but many of us, me included, are very judgmental toward ourselves and sometimes others, and we consider judgment often a negative thing, as in we're criticizing or putting something or someone down, or making a determination as to whether something is good or bad. But judgment doesn't have to be negative. We can look at it from the positive side, just like everything else, right? We can look at beauty on the positive and negative side. We can look at everything in a positive light or a negative light. So today I invite you to look at judgment as a tool for self-discovery, personal development, personal growth, and spiritual growth as well. Pitfalls of judgment are, of course, self-righteousness and moral superiority. We all know people that think they're superior or better than other people, and they treat people like that, right? They treat some people like they don't matter. And I'm just going to say right now, that's not okay. But we can use it as an opportunity for reflection and growth, right? When we catch ourselves judging ourselves and other people, it's a time to take a deep breath, pause, and say, okay, number one, my first question when I catch myself judging is always, who am I to judge? This person, place, thing, situation, experience, etc. And if it's my experience, then I get to judge it, and I get to say, did I perform in a way that I'm proud of, or did I perform in a way that I want to improve and grow and be a better person? And that involves cultivating, I guess, compassion and empathy. I say curiosity, compassion, and empathy because as soon as I get curious about something, I ask better questions and I approach it from a better perspective and a learning type perspective. So I like to get curious, and I like to be compassionate and realize that I, like everyone else, we're all human and we're doing the best we can. And I try to put myself in the other person's shoes, or look at the situation from the other person's perspective. And guess what? Sometimes people are just jerks, and so we don't spend time with them. But we can use it as a trigger. We can use judgment, either if we're being judged by other people or judging ourselves, as an opportunity to dig deeper into what the root cause or root belief of that judgment might be. And then we can go back and we can ask ourselves, well, who does that belong to? Because a lot of times we find out that judgment, that belief, that behavior is just something we've learned through our past life experiences, and it may not apply to us anymore. So we might make different choices now, especially as we're on our own journey of spiritual growth or growth in any area or aspect of our life. Today in Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge, we've got Carrie's Spiritual Awakening, a journey of self-discovery via this judgment, learning about judgment and applying judgment in her life and the impact that it had on her personal development journey. We also have a write-up of this topic, judgment, so you get another perspective, not just me yapping about it. I personally, in 2010, had a sudden cardiac arrest, meaning I dropped dead in one of my businesses. And as I came out of the freezing and the coma and everything, part of my journey following that significant event was learning about and judgment for some reason triggered me, right? I think it's because I had always been so judgmental, especially of myself. But when you're super judgment of yourself, guess what? You're judging other people as well through that negative lens. And I just, for about 3 years, I was on this judgment discovery journey and had to take it out of my life. And that's why it's so easy for me to ask the question now when I hear judgment, or I catch myself judging. It's like, well, who am I to judge this? That's why I need to stay off certain social media during election years, because who am I to judge? Everybody gets their opinion. That's the thing. We all get our ideas and our opinion, and it's up to each and every one of us to think for ourselves and form those opinions wisely, right? For any topic. So our action item today is to notice when you are being judgmental or when someone else is judging you or somebody you love and care about. I get really defensive when anybody judges my kids, right? I think as a parent, if you're a good parent, you do. You're like, hey, if my kids are perfect in my eyes, I know they're not perfect, they're human too, but that's something they'll treat. If you judge my sisters, if you judge my parents, if you judge my family, if you judge my friends that I love and care about. If you judge my kids, if you judge my pets, for heaven's sake, I'm probably going to be defensive. All right, that's enough on judgment today. I'd love to know your take on this. But today we're going to notice it, and then we're going to notice how we respond, and then we're going to ask ourselves, is that how I want to respond? Is that how I want to behave? Is that how I want to think? Because a lot of times our judgments just go on in our head, and they're not out there in the world. But guess what? They're still impacting us, and that's the most important thing. All right, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.